Hi, my wife and I, we lived in China for a couple of years, and during the time that we lived there, we bought a lot of different things, and some of the things that we bought have interesting information that goes along with them. And so that's the purpose of this video. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the more interesting things that we bought over the time we lived in China. So let's go ahead and take a look at one kind of art that we got when we lived in China. First, I want to show you a kind of embroidery that my wife was just working on recently. And this is a kind of standard kind of embroidery, and it's nice. But if you were to look at the other side, which is very common, it doesn't maintain its image on the other side of the embroidery. You can see how the threads just kind of dangle through. Now let me show you an embroidery we got when we lived in China. First of all, the detail is significant, because this is made by a master. And the detail is not only significant, it's done on one layer of silk, and, kind of opposite, when you turn it around, it kind of has a mirror image on the other side. So the embroidery is done in a very special way, where it's able to maintain its image on the other side. So that's one kind of art that we got when we lived in China. Let's go ahead and take a look at another kind now. Okay, so the next thing I want to take a look at is actually a painting that we bought in Xi'an, China. This painting is made by a master there. We originally saw it, and we weren't aware that it was made by a master. So we thought that it was way too expensive, so we went around and looked, and we found the same painting in a number of different shops, but they were all noticeably of lower quality. And you can see the detail there as we zoom in. This is a painting of the last emperor of China. And eventually we went back to the master who had made it and offered more money for it because we thought it was worth it, and we purchased it. So this is one of the paintings that we got when we lived there. Let's take a look at a special kind of glasswork. Okay, so let's take a look at the glasswork that I'm holding here. You can see that on here we have a sort of a scenery side on this one, and then a painting of birds on this one. Now try to imagine how long it would take you to become an artist of such skill to be able to paint like that. Now let me tell you that actually, to make it even more difficult, what the Chinese do with these kinds of bottles is they paint the image after the bottle is made by sticking the brush and the different paints into the bottle. So they actually paint this from the inside, and they do different images. Try to turn that around for you. On each side of the bottle, and they're able to paint inside the bottle, and we watched them doing this right on the street a number of times. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look for the last thing at a kind of art that was specific to the region we lived in China. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at these. This is a kind of sculpture that is made out of clay, and you can see that the color really holds very, very well on this kind of clay. This was given to us, the one on the right was given to us actually as a wedding gift, and we purchased the one on our own of the Chinese lady on the left. One of the things that makes these special is that this clay, this kind of clay art actually is only available in the city of Tianjin, which is where we lived. So that's one of the things that makes these special. So these were just different examples of things that we purchased during the time we lived in China, and I thought that a little information on them would make for a good informational video. Thank you.